YouTube and Star Wars Galaxy Hero fans. This is HK858. I'm going to do another quick video, and I'm going to talk about two different game modes I would like to add in. Well, I guess it would be more game mode trails, similar to Light Side, Dark Side, and Cantina. But hey, you know, it's an idea to improve the game as well as give us a little more to do. So first off, I assume they may actually be adding a ship one. I'm not going to cover this too much, but I can easily see a ship trail happening in either a Light Side, Dark Side ship trail or just a ship trail. Even though I think personally it'd be great to see a Light Side and a Dark Side, as well as have two different capital ships be added in. Maybe this would be a good way to add a Separatist ship and then another either Republic, Rebellion, maybe even a Resistance ship or First Order ship. You know, something of that matter to where we can have new fleet commanders to change up the fleets a bit. Now, like I said, I'm not going to touch too much on this idea because I have seen the table, and in the past it used to have a little hologram, I think of an X-Wing or something over it, but you can never access it. You can't even talk to, like, even the hut. I'm tapping the hut right now. But I'm poking the hut with my giant thumb compared to him. But anyways, the ship trail would be great because we could start farming more ship shards, especially if they actually added in 5 to 10 ships free to play, and then they start adding other ships as a pay to play. This way, it just give us more ships, more ship choices, more ideas, more ways to farm them, and yeah, why not? But that was one quick trail I wanted to talk about, just because I'd assume it's going to be added. I think I've talked about it in a few other videos, but it never hurts to talk about it a little more. And I don't think that's the big update, the big game mode that's going to be revealed. Even though, yes, there may be a guild raid that will be added in. That's the Death Star raid. When that's going to be added, hopefully by the end of the year for sure. Be great to have a ship raid. Give us some ships to work with. I personally think it'd be great to see some more ships added into the game. Either pay or free to play. Something of that nature. So the next one... excuse me, sorry. The next one I'm going to talk about is a quick game mode that I thought of back when I actually started working on the forums. It's kind of a little sketchy. I can see where some people would be like, eh. I have recently thought of another game mode too, or a game trail, but I'll talk about that one a little bit later on another video because I kind of want to dedicate that one to a whole video once I gather a little more ideas and info. But this game mode is going to be based on the types of the characters are. Either an attacker, tank, support, or healer. Now, I have done, like I said, I've done a forum on it. Back when I started the forum, it was like an old forum, January 1st. Holy cow, that was a while. And then I added some extra info. No one replied on it. I don't think no one cared to see another, like, game trail. But my reasoning is because, one, there's some free-to-play characters that are still hard to farm, and I'm kind of in a collector mode, but I'm also in the mode of more like getting good characters good, and the other characters are meh, like CUP and Mob Enforcer, whatever they're called. But for these characters, or I mean for these trail ideas, is be a 4-way split, similar to the Light Side, Dark Side. But this one will be, like I said, tank, attack, support, and then healers. And now I will say one thing is, right now we have a challenge in the game that actually works with support and healers. Like, here's the tanks allowed. This one, yeah, it's the one against SWGOH. It's only healers and support. Which, I get that, because there's hardly any healers, and healers don't really do much unless they heal each other. However, I really think it would make probably one of the most challenging trails would be to have the healers like one of the hard modes. Because easily tanks, I can see tanks being really easy because they're just so bulky and they can eventually do damage. Especially if you have some of the best tanks like Sunfac, Fives, Shore Trooper, Bays, you know. If you run a team, you know, something of that nature, Stormtrooper Han, you're just going to be like, okay, I got a good tank team, and I'm set. Attackers and support will be kind of more of the middle ground, and then healers. I can see healers can be a strong one because a lot of the healers hardly do damage, especially Barasafi. That's a wet noodle hit. But, well, except maybe Talia. Talia actually does, a decent amount with her second ability. But they just don't do as much damage, and then they heal depending on the build of the character. They heal differently. But at the same time, they just don't attack as much. It's like these, and plus I could see where healers they'd have to add like 5 to 10 more healers to the game to make this more viable. Because this is all the healers we have. 8 healers. They'd have to at least have 10 to 12. Because we get a free-to-play Talia and Jedi Consular. There's 2 healers right off the bat. And you could go for Ewok Elder, Old Daka, Barris, and you're pretty set. Pretty much set, and Old Barris would be a great leader for the healer team. There's not really anyone else you want to use because, like, Talia's leader abilities for Night Sisters. Night Sister allies. 16% evasion. Well, they do give other allies half that amount, but whenever an ally evades, they have a 50% chance to recover 5 health. It's horrible. Barris's leader for a healing team is phenomenal. She also cleanses. Ewok Elder cleanses. Old Doc is great on that team. Honestly, I think if they do, with the healers we have now, you want Barris lead, Old Daka. You definitely want Old Daka. She helps revive, and she stuns with attacks, so you could really just team up, take down one character, team up, take down the other character while healing. Old Daka revives with 2 different abilities, a unique passive ability as well as her healing ability. Jedi Consular, in general, he's a really good healer. He falls short of Barris, of course, but he does heal pretty well. Ewok Elder, great cleanser. He has also a reviver as well. And then I personally think, like, Jawa Engineer is only good for droids and Jawas. Mostly droids than anything because of the revive. Talia and Night Sister Acolytes, meh. So I probably would say Tusken Shaman on that type of team. And I would actually use them. I would use those team members. And probably get as far as I need to until I need to work on Tusken and Barris. But like I said, having this, a new, like, battling ability, game mode trail for similar to Light Side Dark Side, but have it to where you actually have only tanks are allowed in one, attackers, support, and healers. That'd be kind of cool. It would change up the game a little bit because you have to rethink differently. You can't do Baze and Chirrut in the team. You can't. You could use Chirrut on an attacking team and Baze in a tank team, but you just can't use anything else similar to that. You can't use Wedge and Biggs together. Actually, there's one I do want to actually think if I can. I think there was one duo you can use. Jedi Knight Anakin and Ahsoka. Okay, well, you can do Anakin and Ahsoka. But outside of that, there's not really a team. Like, here's Chirrut. He's an attacker. I think I said yeah, he's an attacker. I thought earlier. I thought I said support, but I definitely said attacker. But it would change it up to where no one's going to go run through with a chase combo, because that ain't going to happen. You're not going to have that. Oh, I got a godly powerful character. Well, I'm sorry. Of course, now I do actually want to look at something else with attackers, just to verify. Well, I guess you also got you still got, like, for attackers, it's not going to be too bad, because you do got the Savage Opress Sith Assassin combo, which isn't too bad. So there are some combos you still get, but some combos you don't get. So it changes the gameplay of, okay, how do I defeat this team with this healing team? Or how do I defeat this team with this tank team? All tanks. How do I defeat this tag team with all these supports? So that's why I thought of this idea, just having these 4 different modes. I also say yes, they could either do one of 2 things. They're probably knowing it, my thing, they would actually add this these battle trails if they did add them, and use the basic energy, which means they'd probably have to give a little bit more energy so you can actually use it there instead of in the dark side, light side battles. But because I was actually thinking that'd be kind of cool to see another energy just specifically for the this new game trail if they did add it. And the refresh rate of 1 energy would be like, instead of 5 minutes, like the basic one is like 5 minutes. This one's like 12 minutes, I think. And even though I would say this one should be 10 minutes, but I don't make that. But the new one would be obviously in the middle, maybe be like 8 minutes. So you're not getting energy a lot, but you're still getting some energy. And I can still see where you can get more energy through like bonus energy throughout the day. But let me know. Let me know what you guys think about, maybe this new game trail. Maybe I'm wrong, but the reason why, one of the things I thought about this game trail is definitely because of a new strategy, a new way of playing, so it's different. Another thing is on the healing side, because obviously it's going to be a little harder, because a lot of healers are either squishy or, either squishy or they may take a good amount of damage, but they just don't hit as very well damage-wise. So, it's something that, like I said, it's a strategy thing, as well as it also gives the developers new places to place characters. Some existing characters, like maybe you want to be able to farm more Lobot. Maybe if Lobot gets updated in the future, maybe another place to farm Old Daka, or some of these other free-to-play. Maybe even Wedge. Like, Wedge doesn't really have a place to farm, does he? Oh yeah, just the Cantina battles. Okay. And so, like, maybe in the Cantina battle you're working on something else, like say Biggs. I think it's Biggs, is it? I forget if Biggs is in there. Let me go look. Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but there's some other characters that can. Yeah, Biggs. So say you're farming Biggs, but you want Wedge. You can farm Wedge in this other game trail mode. As well as I can still see it also a new shipment currency added in. So you have a new store for certain gear, certain items, as well as certain character shards or even ship shards. So, that's why I was thinking about these, or this one trail. And I thought, why not share it with you guys on YouTube? Maybe see what you guys think. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this type of trail. Would it be challenging, especially a full healing team, taking on a pretty rad normal, maybe something close to the meta? Like, yes, there would also be the fact that someone would bring in a healing team or another healer, like the light side, dark side. So, you never know. But yeah, again, this is HK5A. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching.